Hello, mic test. Hello, mic test. Okay, hello to Maggie, Li-Ling, Po-Ching, Clifton, Ashlyn. Okay. Let me see. Hello, Damien. Okay. Okay, looks like everything is alright. Let me see if I can try to add something here or not. Browser capture. Not yet. Got to log in and all that. Alright, then I'll try to do this next time. Okay. Hello Nana, Renee, okay, Yunqi, Kaylee, Kayla. Hello. Yeah, the patterns workshop was sure confusing that day. There's like Kaylee, Kayla, and there's another Kayla also. Okay, hello Jaden. Infinite faces. Okay, hello to Delvin. Okay, so guess everything is good to go. Let's begin. Welcome to tonight's Facebook Live teaching, brought to you by Maths Heuristics. Oh no. Okay, so today we will be covering the SA1 revision, SA2 revision, lesson 1 of 10 on higher order thinking skills. Alright? So there's less than 4 months remaining. In fact, for the P6s here, there's like August and September remaining for you before your maths paper on the 2nd of October. Correct? And for the P5s, probably your SA2 will fall under the end of October to probably early November. Correct? So today we'll be covering on a set of higher order thinking skills for you to analyze and break down the problem into workable chunks, and then after that piece together the information and evaluate for what you need. Okay? So a bit about myself. I've been doing this since like nearly 3 years ago already. It's been nearly 3 years since I've been doing Facebook Live, and the thing that keeps me going is you wanting to learn. If you want to learn, if you're willing to learn, I'm willing to teach. Okay? So the relevant milestones that I've done is I've been doing this since August 2017, and I've started teaching with Zoom in 2018 to full-time online classes. So it's been quite a while. So this is my setup here. This was my setup, but I got rid of the iPad already. I just passed it to my niece. Told her, don't pass it to her to keep her occupied. Second of all, she's going to P1 next year, so she's going to need this instrument of learning. Okay? Then second of all, I don't know, when I had the iPad, I always wanted to find means and ways to enhance the learning experience, but I just couldn't find it. And it took a lot of time, a lot of sleep time on that. So a bit about Maths Heuristics. We've been established since 2008, and I joined the company back in 2011. as an intern at that time. And after I graduated in 2001, at the end of, I graduated in 2013, but I joined the company full-time in 2014. So this is a bit about my boss. Back in 2011, he was featured in the Business Times. This is the article, Cracking the Code to PSLE Mathematics. And at that time, his 5-year aim was to see every student in Singapore learn and use the heuristics method. It doesn't really matter where they learn it from. Okay, so a bit about the Mastering Heuristics series. Today I'll be covering concepts coming from the unit transfer method for P5 and P6. Okay, so you can click here to find out more. Let me just type this in real quick. Okay, then let me pin this up first. Okay. Okay, if you found this useful over the past sessions, simply like and share. That will help others by a lot. Hello to Diane or Diana. Why P1 kid can get iPad? No, I want to spoil my niece. Okay, I'll tell you all why later on. I don't know whether you all share the same view as me or not, but for my niece, I will spoil her. For my nephews, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with them. Okay, so let's go on to higher order thinking skills. So example 1, Abby and Ben had some money. The amount of money that Abby had was a whole number. So Abby wanted to buy a watch using all of her money, but was short of 90/50. Okay, so Ben wanted to buy the same watch using all of his money, but was short of 180. So the total amount of money that both of them had was still not enough to buy the watch. How much was the watch? So if you encounter a problem like this in real life, my suggestion is don't buy the watch, just use the handphone to view the time. Okay, so anyway, this problem I believe was from Nanyang SA2 2016 or 2017. I don't remember the exact year, but I remember it's from Nanyang. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. So from looking from here, right, I think it's quite obvious that the answer should be 90/50 plus $1 to give you 91/50. Okay, just looking at the situation here. Okay, so why is this the case? Now you see that this band is short of 180. So since the amount of money that Abby had was a whole number, the largest that this could be, while both of them still not having enough, would be $1. Okay, so here, that is the brief explanation. If you want a shortcut, this is the shortcut to solving the problem already. Okay, let me just, what am I doing? Let me move this up first. No, I cannot move that up. Okay, so do you all know how you get the $1 from? So this is where I'll go into detailed explanation on how the answer is derived. Is it obvious for you? Draw a model representing the watch. Okay, Li Hak-ming, yeah, okay, that's good. So there may be some, it's not very obvious, but for some, you would try to define the problem first. That's what we would usually do when the problem is unfamiliar. And chances are at PSLE, there's going to be a few problems that are not technically difficult but very tricky, or you have to carefully define the problem first. So this would be the cost of the watch. Okay, if we use one long bar to represent the cost of the watch, let's see what we have. Right? We have Abby here, who is short of $90.50, and we have Ben here with slightly more money but still short of $1.80. Okay? Now, because this amount has to be a whole number, when you combine them up together, the total amount over here, how is this going to look like? Or maybe I should say that this is B plus A. Okay, at least you all can follow the order. It's still not enough. So the only possible value this can be would be 1. Alright? You think about it first. Because over here, if this portion has to be a whole number, and there's still a decimal point remaining here, what is the only possible amount of money this Abby can have? Okay, so for those of you who are asking why 1, think about this first. There is only one possible number you can have over here while still having a remainder. What could that be? Yeah, there's a lot of people who's asking why 1. Okay. So let's look at the restriction over here. The restriction here is that the amount of money that Abby had was a whole number. Correct? You all agree? So let's break that down first. This is where you got to read between the lines of what it means. If it were to be 2 or more than, as long as it's more than 1, you would definitely have enough money to buy this watch if they were to pool up their money together. True? But could there be like any other combinations? Okay, Kian, that's a good question. You can try out. If this were to be 1, if I were to add $1 more here, I would have $2 already, and that would be enough to purchase the watch. Agree? Okay, this part here is for this portion, it's not maybe. This one is confirmed because whatever B has over here, right? B has been brought down over here already. If we combine B and A together, and A's amount is a whole number, the only possible value this can be is 1. Alright? It's okay, take your time to think through this. Okay, is everyone fine with that? So once you have this already, the only amount here that A can have is $1. So the cost of the watch is represented by this long bar over here, whose length is going to be $1 from coming from A and the amount that she's short of. So once you formed this connection that the only possible value Abby can have is $1, you'll be able to get the answer already. Yeah, but it must be a whole number, Kian Eng, because it is stated over here. It has to be a whole number. Okay. So if you got it, please spam the like button. No, like in this world, if people want to spam angry face, there's not much you can do. I mean, in real life, there's going to be people who disagree with you. There's going to be people who hate you no matter what you do. So the only way to overcome that is with love. Yeah, Ashley, you got it. Okay. No, the answer isn't 92.30. So let me just clarify this. You see, the amount of money that the watch costs is represented by this long bar here. So first you need to find out, in order to find out how much this watch costs, you have to first either find out A or you have to find out the amount that B has. And then after that, you add on whatever they are short of. Okay? Overcome the anger. Okay, now next one, number 2. Spam the like number. Yeah, you're still... once I make a slip of the tongue or something, you all will hold me for it for the whole year or something. If like only one step, won't that be too easy? Okay, wait. Yeah, I want to highlight this comment. If like one step, won't that be too easy? One step itself is very easy, but the idea in getting that one step is not that obvious to some of our friends here. Okay, that's why I have to explain it, like how the thought process to derive this. Okay, right. 4 children. Okay, next one, let's go on to number 2. 4 children decided to find out their total mass, as they did not want their friends to know their individual mass. The children decided to weigh themselves 3 persons at a time. So although the children tried all possible ways of grouping themselves into 3s for weighing, only 4 different readings were repeatedly recorded on the weighing scale. So find the combined mass of the heaviest child and the lightest child. Okay, so what will you do from here then? What's the marks given for this? This one will be either a 4 or 5 mark question. Self-conscious kids. Okay, so what will you do from here? Yeah, this would probably be a 4 mark question. Okay, so let's look at it this way. The mass has been arranged in ascending order. Okay, so let's say the 4 children, since they don't want their friends to know their individual mass, let's call them A, B, C, and D. And let's also say that this A is the lightest, B is the second lightest, D is the heaviest, and C is the second heaviest. Okay, how do you think 99.5 kg is obtained? Is it like the average of 3 kids? No, this is the total amount of 3 kids. Okay, yeah, Damien, you're correct. Okay, the only way that you can obtain this lightest reading would be to combine the 3 lightest people together. Correct? So we can think of it this way. This is the logical connection that you have to be able to form first. If you have 1 of A, 1 of B, and 1 of C, the total mass here will be 99.5 kg. Divide by 4. No, later I'll explain. Okay, Kayla, you summing up everyone is correct, but later I'll explain the idea. So once you have this already, the next thing you can do, you can say, what can you say about this? 108.1 kg. How can we obtain 108.1 kg then? Who do you think you can combine them with? Number. B, C, and D. Now this one should be 1, 1, and 1. This should be A, C, and D. Wait. Okay, because if you have B, C, and D, this should be B plus C plus D. Alright? Because that's the heaviest ones. You add up all the heaviest ones together, you get 116.3 kg here. Okay? So 108.1 kg should be formed by either this or this. Correct? So this should be formed by A plus B plus D. This should be formed by A plus C plus D. Then all the heaviest ones would give you this amount. So when you have listed them out in this manner, I don't understand why 1. Okay, the idea here is that you have 1 of each of them. If you have 1 of A, 1 of B, and 1 of C, the total mass you will obtain is 99.5 kg, correct? Yeah, so now when you have all this ready, what else can we do from here? So if we are to sum up everyone, we will obtain 3 copies of everyone. Okay? And when you sum up everyone, you have 3 copies of everyone, their total masses will also be summed up. So this would give you 435.6 kg over here. Okay, so let me repeat first. The idea here is that when you look at all these masses, we know that there were 4 people who wanted to find out their total mass. 3 of them weighed themselves at once, and these are the readings that we obtained. So now we want to find out what combination gives us the masses. So we can logically deduce that the lightest 3 should give you the lightest possible mass. The heaviest 3 should give you the heaviest possible mass. The other 2 also follows a similar deduction. And if you add up all of these, you would obtain 3 of everyone's mass. So in order for you to find 1 of everyone, we need to divide this out by 3. And we will obtain 1 of everyone. Okay, so Kayla Fu, you are quite close in your idea. You were saying to divide, to sum up everyone and then divide by 4. Okay, so now that we've obtained this amount already, we know that everyone weighs 145.2 kg altogether. How are we going to use this to find out the mass of the heaviest and the lightest child? To do this, we will first take everyone, and to find the lightest child, we will get rid of everyone else that is not relevant to this, which is your B, C, and D. Okay, so if you subtract B, C, and D from the total amount, we are going to obtain 145.2 minus B, C, and D, the heaviest one. This will give you 28.9 kg, so light. Okay, and to find D similarly, the idea here is when you want to find something, right, the implication is that you don't want anything else in the way. So you want to get rid of everything else that's not relevant to your objective. So that's the cruel implication of math. You want to get rid of things that are in the way. So this will give you 45.7. So the heaviest and the lightest child's total combined mass would just be 45.7 plus 28.9. Okay, that will give you 74.6. The answer here, 74.6 kg. Okay, very good. Could you scroll down? You mean like this? Okay, let me try to show it the whole screen. Okay, a few of you got it. Hang on. No, they just want the combined mass of the heaviest and the lightest child. How can you be sure that A, B, and C is equal to 99.5 kg? Okay, so think through this first. In order for you to obtain the lightest possible mass from 4 children, how can you do that? In what arrangement can you do that? That is the question to think through. Can I take 108.1 minus 99.5 to give you C? No. If you take this minus this, right, you are only obtaining the difference between D and C. That's all. Yes, 3A's, 3B's, 3C's, and 3D's will have a combined mass of 435.6. Okay, so some of you are like wondering why divide by 3. Now, when you combine all of them together, think of it this way. Okay, you have a A, B here, A, B, and C here. You have a A, B, and D here. You have a A, C, and D here. And you have a B, C, and D over here. Correct? I think I should move this closer with me. Yeah, so when you combine up every one, if you collapse this whole thing like Tetris, you will have 3 copies of A, 3 copies of B, 3 copies of C here, 3 copies of D here. And everything adds up to 435.6. What is there to be self-conscious? What is there to be self-conscious? Patsy, maybe one day when you grow up older, you will understand why your mom is very concerned about not letting people know about her age. Okay, Delvin, see you. Okay, Kayla Low, this is the reason. What kind of method uses this question to solve for questions involving 3 or more items? Okay, Kayla Fu, do you understand what's going on now? Okay, Sri, just concentrate on the explanation first. Okay, so got it. Okay, moving on. Vibe check. Okay, this is my voice 1 week on TikTok. Number 3. Mr. Mark and Mr. So bought durians at the prices shown below. Okay, so you will see problems like this very, very often in various groups. Okay, Mr. Mark had $350. What was the greatest number of grade B durians that he could buy with $350? So for the first part, they are giving you free marks here. This is a problem pertaining to division with remainder. And I'm pretty sure all of you can solve. Okay, how would you solve this part here? Not done with. Wait. So you all solve this one first. For those of you who are not done with question 2, no worry. I got my magic. Is this a calculator question in exam? Yes, because this one is from paper 2. Paper 2 question 13. Doesn't divide in a whole number though. Okay, this kind of thing tests your judgment call. Try not to be too fixated with any structure. Define the problem as it is. So do you all know what is the greatest number of grade B durians that would be? Grouping. For part A, it's not so much on grouping yet. Can I try question 3 first? 3A, you're welcome to try. Okay, so I think some of you are not sure how to define this or why you should divide by that. Okay, so let me explain the idea here. So as you can see, we have people from all different levels of abilities also. Probably some of you are P4 will find this too difficult. Okay, so let's take a look at this. What does this mean? If you have $350 and you want to purchase grade B durians only, grade B durians are selling at $40 for 3. So think of it this way, if your whole bar here represents $350, the question to ask yourself is how many $40 can you take away from this $350? So let's go by the fundamental reasoning. Okay, this will be $40 for 3. $40. Okay, that's 80 already. Another $40 here. $120. Another $40 here. Okay, another $40 here. Another $40 here. So totally, these 6 sets over here have already accumulated up to $240. So another $40 here gives you $280, and another $40 here will give you another 3 durians. So you see that the last portion here would only be $30 remaining. You cannot buy the grade B durians anymore, and therefore we can consider this amount here. So to solve part A, this will be 350 divided by 40 first. Okay, am I about the signs? This will be 8 remainder 30. Because remember, division is repeated subtraction. You want to ask yourself how many of these $40 can you remove from this $350. Okay? Division with remainder. Yeah, so 24 will be the answer. Because, okay, let me elaborate a bit about this as well. What is the quotient and the remainder? The quotient here represents the number of complete sets that you have. It will be 8 times 3. Because every set of 3 durians costs $40. You have 8 complete sets of 3 durians. Your total number of durians here will be $24. 24 durians. Okay, the remainder in this case, right? The remainder depends on what this dividend is. If this dividend is dealing with money, then this 30 here will be in terms of dollars. If it's in terms of people, the remainder, if the dividend here is in terms of the people, the remainder will be in terms of people, number of people remaining. So you have to understand the context of this division with remainder. Alright? Very, very important. Alright, so that's part A. Now part B over here, very popular question type. This one came out I think in 2015. Something similar along these lines. If I remember correctly. I haven't seen the booklets for a very long time. So Mr. So bought an equal number of grade A and grade B durians. He spent $12 less on the grade A durians than on the grade B ones. How many durians did he buy altogether? So yes, for those who got 24, congratulations, you're correct. Durian season, I guess. Durian season. Yeah, so this is where we start to see different answers. Okay, to solve a problem like this, the first question you have to ask yourself is, when can you buy an equal number of grade A and grade B durians? Okay, let me just type this out first. Under what condition or rather, what is the smallest equal number of grade A or grade B durian you can purchase? So for grade A, think of it this way, right? Yeah, so for grade A, grade B, you have 4. Maybe I type it out because it's a lot neater that way. So for grade A, it's selling for $52. For B, you're selling it at 3 for $40. So by listing this out, right, you will see that the lowest common multiple or your first common multiple will be 12. Yeah, smallest equal number that you can buy is 12. So to get there, you want to multiply this by 3. And you want to multiply this by 4. Agree? Okay? So does everyone see why? If not, I'll do some magic for you to understand better. So 3 sets of $52 is going to cost you $156. And 12 durians over here will cost you 40 times 4. Should be $160. Okay, so we can see that he spent $12 less on the A grade durians than the B grade ones. So here's a little magic. Now we can consider the difference. Okay, a lot of you got the answer already. Just give me a while first. So we want to compare the difference in one set first. The difference here is $4. Correct? I came here to learn math, not magic. Play along, girl. Okay, so here, to obtain a difference of $12, you want to ask yourself, what must you do? How many of these $4 do you need to form up a $12 difference? This would be times 3. So when we do this, okay, we will obtain 36 durians for 156 times 3, 468, and 36 durians from B for $160 times 3, 480, and we will obtain the difference of $12 here. Okay, very popular question type. So the total number of durians that he bought all together would have to be 36 plus 36, or 36 times 2 to give you 72. Okay, so the answer here for A will be 24, the answer for B will be 72. Me liking every comment. Why times 3? Okay, you see the difference here at first is $4, right? Every smallest possible group, the difference is $4. So you want to have a difference of $12. Ultimately, you want to have a difference of $12. So you want to ask yourself, how many of these $4 do you need to form up that difference of $12? Is there a function in the calculator that shows the actual remainder rather than the remainder in the lowest term? Not that I'm aware of, but for this you can calculate the remainder quite easily using the calculator. Okay, you have to do it manually. Okay, so everyone got it? If you got it, please spam the like button. Similar to, okay, I would say part B is similar to PSLE. 2015. One of the questions in PSLE 2015. Okay, got it? Yeah. Today, is it only guided example and no let's try or challenge yourself? Wait, Maggie, were you one of our students in the teach out or something? Okay, so moving on. Number 4. A laptop in shop A was sold at $1,080. It was 20% cheaper than a similar laptop in shop B. During a sale, both shops gave the same percentage discount on the laptop. So Bill bought the laptop from shop B and realized he could have saved $229.50 if he had bought the laptop from shop A. Find the price of the laptop in shop B before the discount. Find the percentage discount for the laptop. So this will literally be guided example. As I set up the problem for you, you try to figure out how to go about solving it on your own first. Okay, and if you got it wrong, it's okay. Just listen to the ideas. Try to process what went wrong along the way. Hasril, you must be CS1, right? Okay, so 20% cheaper, 20%, change this to a fraction, 20 out of 100. Then it simplifies down to 1 out of 5. 1/5 cheaper than a similar laptop in shop B. So this laptop is 1 unit cheaper than shop B's 5 units. So the shop A's laptop should cost 4 units. So think of it this way. To find out the price of the laptop here, this would just be 1080 divided by 4 times 5. That will give you 1350. Okay, think of it this way. If this is B's price, right? If this is B's price, A's price would look like this. So A's price here is 1080. Alright? So part A is straightforward. Percentage symbol. Wait. Let me see. Okay. What comment is there? So now between A and B. Okay, let's look at what happened along the way. Okay, so this was the before. There's a change over here. Now you have an after result. Can you send us the worksheet one day before the live, please? I'm afraid not. These days is really jam-packed on my end. Okay, so let's fill out what we know. 1080 is here. 1350 is here. The difference will be 270. Okay, but now if both of them receive the same percentage discount, that means if A were to receive a further, let's say 10% discount, B would also receive a 10% discount. But the absolute amounts that they are discounted on are different. Because you're talking about 10% of 1080 and you're talking about 10% of 1350. So you see that the difference here becomes 229.50. What can we do then? We can compare the differences over here. Okay? How much of has been discounted? Okay, maybe I shouldn't do this. We can take 270 minus 229.5 to see that 40.5, there's a $40.50 difference here, which means to say that we want to take 40.5 divided by $270, and this will give you, okay, when you times this by 100%, this will give you 15%. So this is the answer for part B. The more you guys type, the more I must like. So the percentage discount for the laptop has to be 15%, because you're finding out the discount divided by the original difference multiplied by 100%. And now here's one thing I need to emphasize. When you key this into your calculator, okay, leave this out. Because the calculator always takes 100%. Okay, I don't know whether you all can see this or not. Okay, the calculator will always interpret 100% as one whole. So if you key in 40.5 divided by 270 and you times it by one whole, effectively you're not keying this in at all, because when you times 1 to anything, you'll still get back the same thing. Alright? So that's one point I need to highlight. Right? That's the dangerous point over here. Okay, if you got it, please spam the like button. Yeah, this is unit transfer method. Why did you take 40.5 divided by 270? Because this is the original difference. This is the difference in the discount. So when you calculate this out, you will obtain the percentage discount. Okay? No, you don't get the same answer. You try 40.50 over 270. You will get 0.15. And you need to convert this, manually convert this to 15%. But what I'm saying here is, if you're not careful and you key this in, right, you may express your answer as 0.15%. That's the dangerous part. Okay, this one is a bit more on the P5, P6 side. Okay, got it, huh? So answer for A will be $1350. Answer for B will be 15%. Alright, is that all? Oh, that's fast. Each lesson is a different worksheet. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do over the course of this 10 weeks is to point out where are the common errors what students usually get confused with. Okay? Because I think there has been a lot of emphasis on judgment call in the PSLE. Alright? So yep, I think we're done for today. And that didn't even feel like 50 minutes. It feels like these days our time has been zooming by real quick. Okay, so if you'd like to find out more, we just ended our holiday program for July. Then I'll be sending out those recorded sessions to parents very soon. Okay, so yeah, please give me some time. It's like, if you received the message for today, you got it around 7 plus, because yeah, lessons until like 6:30 just now. Alright, so if you'd like to find out more about the unit transfer method, you can click here. You can click on the pin post to find out more. If you like this, please like and share. If you have questions for me, I'm here to take them. No, it's not really 1 hour, it was like about, I think 55 minutes. Yeah. Or 50 minutes if you cut off the introduction part. Hey, you're welcome, Sarah. Hey, you're welcome, Jace Crystalline. 56 now, yeah. Okay, any questions? So quick. Which day is suitable for P4? Okay, Kayla, later I reply you. Okay? You're welcome, Lin Mum. Yeah. Okay, you're welcome, Jun Wong. Okay, if you would like to watch the replay, it will be available after Facebook is done processing it. Okay? Then I'll just leave it there until the end. In fact, I haven't even taken off last year's one. Yeah, this is what you call. Yeah, this one is legendary. Yeah. Yeah, this is an internal joke between my students and I. Yeah, welcome, Kiran. Okay, what else is there? Yeah, welcome, Joan. Yeah, welcome, Kayla. When 1 month till PSLE, can you have picked like the very super hard questions for the worksheet? I'll do my best, Lee Hak Ming. I mean, I don't mind doing the hard ones. The problem here is, if I throw you the extremely difficult ones without properly explaining certain fundamentals, right, a lot of people will be lost. That's the thing I'm concerned about. Is there a P4 holiday program in September? The one we're planning out. Thank you. Okay, see you, Yin Qi. And welcome, Wawan. Literally jitter clicking the like button. Thanks for that. Ely. Drag click. Okay. You're welcome, Dana. Inside joke. You're welcome, Kenan. Bye, Joan. Hey, see you, Veron. Inside joke. Okay, so no further questions. If not, I'll take my leave now. Okay, see you all then. It's Kevin from Heuristics. See you all soon. Bye bye.